What's happening? What up, my people? This your boy, King Calvin Jones Jr., aka King Calcutta, leader of Thug Life Movement USA chapter, pretty much informing you on what the Thug Life Movement is all about, man. The great Honorable Tupac Shakur kept it going, and he kept it realistic, man, that we were supposed to help our people in the community, civil rights, human rights. We supposed to look out for one another. And that's what the Thug Life Movement is all about, man. Trying to come up out of this pride about robbing and raping and stealing and killing and doing everything else that you think it's about defending our people. It's a movement. And so it's a movement that is to help our people who have been oppressed come out of oppression. That's what we about out here. When you see a thug, it ain't automatically the first thing that got to come in your mind. Oh, he about to rob me. He about to rape me. Oh, he about to steal from me. Oh, he about to kill me or something like that. No, we are about movement. That's what we about. That's what the Honorable Tupac Shakur talked about. And we carrying on that mission, that vision. We always promote everybody that did something, said something. We might not have liked all his ways. That's what the older people might have said. And even some of the younger people. You understand? But it was a message that was counting. Just like, let's be specific. Or you got to not only bury the word nigga, but you got to bury the word Negro at the same time. But see, the NAACP went around here and they had Hillary Clinton talking about they buried the N-word, and it's people still saying that. They resurrected a word that don't even supposed to exist. But we said it, and in other communities and stuff like that, if other races, they said that meant food, And when I go to the word of God, you know what I'm saying? You like, oh, you put the word of God in this, yeah. Because Pac knew God too. You understand? Even though he understood at a certain point in his life that he lived as a cursed individual. Black Panther Nation. You understand? Or the Black Panthers back in the day. It was the Black Panthers that did what they did. You know what I'm saying? For that era. And it still exists 50 years later. They just had the celebration of the Black Panthers and how they stood for their Second Amendment rights. And that's what we doing for the Thug Life Movement. You understand? We carrying all that and some, but we showing people, hey, we respecting on all ends. We ain't just, you don't just seeing us doing stuff that's crazy, you know what I'm saying, being locked up for this, that, and the other. Yeah, we know the police may not understand us at all times. See, that's a different sector of it. People know me for different sectors, but this particular point of mine, is to reach the other thugs or the people that feel isolated, that had to choose the political aspect of your people to, have the uplifting of your people, to encourage them, to let them know, like, hey, keep your head up, keep your eyes focused, stay determined in your goals, because it's not made for us as a black people to achieve much in a land that we were supposed to be slave to. You understand? We wasn't really supposed to come out on top, but today I want to talk about some basic things. Like, for example, they got, this system, and the system think that you pretty much gotta do it the way that they do it. So they make you feel like you stupid and stuff like that. So they want you to go get their little degrees, and then people that's in thug life, they live that life, want to be a master in the first place, when it was the master that put the slave in captivity. Why would I want to be a master? Why would I want to be a master when the scriptures say no man can serve two masters? Either you're going to love one and hate the other. You understand? That's biblically. You understand? So we don't have to get it twisted like that. Because you go 4 years in college, you think that you're superior now over everybody else. And that's what we talk about, the freedom of our people. Money You understand? Pac even had a other part, you know what I'm saying? When he went after Biggie or after somebody else like that, they set him straight, you know, and that's behind him. And I had to do it on this way to let you know that, yeah, we talk like this in the African American community, but we don't know, we don't let a spirit enter into us. You understand? A spirit enter into us. Now we saying all of these words like back to God, like, oh yeah, son of God, like, oh yeah, your mama this, your mama that, or you punk ass bitch, or stuff like that. That stuff like that shouldn't be known amongst ourselves. You understand? We got to love our neighbor as ourselves. But this is what we taught ourselves. And that's not making us powerful, but people. That's degrading one another. You understand? We want to know what has defiled the black community while we not walking around saying all power to the people and stuff like that, because we walking in fear. And that the elders in the community, they don't know no better, because they still got this stuff. They still living in childish ways. So they don't know how to uplift nothing and start nothing positive. They starting stuff negative, you know, trying to be like us. You understand? But the difference is you can't be who we are. You know, it was a time when you walked in a certain integrity that you can walk like that. It was a time to be a Black Panther in the Black Panther era. You know, it's 50 years going, and then today you don't see a lot of young black men in the Black Panthers. You understand? You see them in other organizations, but you don't see that carried on because there's other movements that have been started. We was influenced by that, but now there's certain movements like the Thug Life Movement, you know, that is taking over the land, that's dominating, because the truth of the fact of the matter is we can't let our people be lied to and manipulated to no longer. We got to define who we are as a people, and we cannot allow ourselves to spark the mind of a young black man or a black woman, or either the older people or the old heads, as some of them may be classified as, might fall in that category too. You know, they might fall in that category. College, you know what I'm saying? Deliver. You know, how do they get delivered from this captivity that they in? They've been enslaved in. We don't want to know the truth. You understand? That, hey, that slave meant anything else that happens. You understand? We don't even know that. You're the ones that know the path. You understand? And you still working for them. You still, because they let the adversary, they let the devil get the best of them, enter into them, getting them to say all kind of crazy stuff and walking in the foolish. You know, it's dumb for a black man to go to a white man's institution and thinking that he's educated, but he's dumbfounded. How is you educated when you're a dummy and you got a deaf and dumb spirit? How are you educated? You know, the truth is, how can you be educated and get a bachelor's degree? You understand? And all you doing is becoming a pimp to pimp people to work for you. That's another form of slave mastery. And in case you don't know, for you to go out there and do that, I mean, if you're supposed to be in a loving God like that, then you know that the just shall live by faith. You don't need no dollars, man. Let that stuff go. That stuff gonna drain you and take you out and gonna make you unhealthy. You don't need to be unhealthy. You don't need to think that you're hard, because you're not hard. Them dollars don't make you hard. They made the white slave masters think they was hard because they had the dollars. But the truth is, you ain't hard. God said, I'll make your face as hard as flint. And it took a water situation in Flint to show with you ain't about nothing. You know, the truth of the fact of the matter of everything is, you ain't gonna get me caught up into your systems of getting any of your things. You understand? I don't need your bachelor's. I don't want to be no sophisticated pimp. I don't want to be no master. Neither do I want to be nothing else. And I don't want what the streets got to offer either, because they ain't teaching people nothing. And that's what the Thug Life Movement was to be doing. It was to teach the streets, like, look, man, the only time we do stuff is when we do this, that, and other. Pac told you all that stuff, and you still didn't get it. He was trying to educate the people, even though he was doing what he was doing. You wasn't supposed to duplicate that. He was supposed to spark the mind of the genius, because he even said in the song, even when they put them in bound, you bound them, and you want to bound them. That's foolishness, to bound somebody else in your manipulation. People today, they killing people over the slave master dollar. He dead, and he still got control over your mind. The enemy that was in him entered you and got you thinking like the slave master, man. That's outrageous to even believe that, or even think that way, and even communicate the way that you communicate. The way that you communicate today is elementary. Every other word gotta be a curse. Now, Deuteronomy 28, God said, I'll send cursing up on you, dummy. That ain't no blessing. That's a curse. He said cursing and vexation until you perish. Now you walking around here cussing out yourself and don't even know that, look, you about to die. And cursing yourself. Now you calling it. That's what, let me tell you what cursing is. That's any time that you get to saying, oh, you little bitch, you little hoe, this, that, and the other. That's when God put that vexation on your heart. In Deuteronomy 28, go look at it. There's the blessings and there's the cursings, bruh. And what people need to know, or sis, that's the cursings. Anytime you see the cursings, then that's why we cursing, and that's why we live like a cursed people, because we not honoring God's commandments, laws, judgments, and statute. Real thugs, man. Let me tell you what they do, boy. They honor God. Yeah, they lost value, and next thing you know, you keep acting like them, and the spirit entering you that took them out, it's taking you the same way. So regardless, man, you got to understand, we got to come out of this ignorance, partner. For real, come out of this ignorance that we've been in. We got people that won't even tell the truth. Like, that's why you curse. You understand what I'm talking about? Because the simple fact that you won't honor God, man. And this is the real deal, dude. You understand? God put words out there. He let you call it what it was. So that's what you called it. That's what we gonna go by. So that's how we reach the thug, to tell a thug, look, there is a heaven for a G-O-D. Maybe you got to buy a vowel and spell out the whole word, and that's God. The scriptures even say God is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. So if you go around here treating people a certain way, you're going to be treated that way. You understand? You're going to be treated the same way that you've been treating other people. So look, get educated.